Yeah, buddy. Welcome, everyone, to episode 445 of the Daily Mother Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
The most muscular podcast, Swolecast broadcast, and interactive beardcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps and make sick fucking gains every day, forever, for the rest of our lives. It never stops. We keep growing and growing and growing until we break the fucking coffin. I want my coffin to fall off the rack because it can't handle the sick fucking gains that I have acquired and accumulated over the course of my entire life. Welcome, everyone. Episode 445 of The Sleazy. Thank you for joining me live every day at 12 noon Eastern Time right here on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening to the Swolecast on podcast, on SoundCloud and iTunes. So podcast, ear holes on SoundCloud and iTunes, face holes and ear holes on YouTube and right here on Facebook. Lots of awesome rage today. Super excited. Mobile Swole. Use the hashtag Mobile Swole and you might get a shout out. Mobile Swole, swollen and rolling, making sick gains, obvi. Boom, boom, boom. And today, about flattening the stomach. Today's about flattening the stomach. And a lot of these shows, someone asked me the other day, how do you come up with your topics? How do you come up with your content for your shows? And there's a lot of different factors, because if you've watched and if you've gone through a lot of the episodes of the Daily Swole, you know that there's so much fucking content. There's so many topics. There's so many things we've talked about for well over a year. I mean, episode 445, so that's 365 days. That's a year, plus, you know, all the rest. I'm not gonna do the math right there. It's too much. It's too much work for Papa Swolio. Plus what, like 80 episode, whatever, however you want to do the math. So that's, yeah, plus 80. And we're coming up obviously on 2 years. I don't even think about that. I don't even think we've done a year and then we're coming up on 2. I think we've done a year and we're coming up on 10, because it's fucking going all the way to the taint. We're just fucking going deep in life. We're just going, we're not stopping. And how do I come up with the content? Well, first off, it's all in here. Like, there's so much fucking information. And I say that because I am very perceptive when it comes to what clients need, you know, what people struggle with fitness. I can see, when I see one topic, I see 50 topics. I see 100 topics with one thing. So if you're looking at something like, okay, how do I do a fitness program? What's the best ab exercise? You know, I look at that and I'm like, okay, you might look at it and think there's one topic. I will look at that and say, okay, there's a topic there. I'll say there's a subject and there's 10 subtopics and 10, you know, subtopics under those. So I'll get like 1,000 subjects off one thing just because I see all the angles for it. And it's based on my experience in the fitness industry. It's based on my experience, you know, teaching certifications, teaching trainers, educating trainers themselves, not just clients, but living it myself. So I have all the aspects and all the different vantage points from being in the field, being in the industry, doing it myself, teaching people that teach others. So teaching personal trainers, teaching people that teach certifications. I've taught people how to teach certification courses, like teach people to be not just instructors. I've taught people to teach trainers, to teach clients. Like I'm high up on the chain of educating people in the fitness industry. So I know the mentality and I know some of the pitfalls. So that's how I get my content. And then I tie that into certain themes that we were discussing, and I tie that into the workshops that are going on in premium currently, so I can give everyone value, because if you're a part of this community, you know that everything is tied in, everything is interwoven. So everyone is a part of this community, and I'm trying to create not the largest, but the best and the most interactive and the most tight-knit community I can possibly do. And the best way to do that is to have what I like to call, you know, it's like little rings. You know, you have everyone that's, you know, maybe gets some emails, watches the show once in a while, and then you have like rings of a tree, people that want it or take it more seriously, and focus and focus. And of course, closer in the center, they're more tight knit, and you get, more information. You can apply it more, but it depends on where you want to be. So you can kind of dip your foot in and you get the information, but then you can also go deeper and you're still on the same path. So right now we're talking about flattening the stomach. We're talking about core today. And on Thursday's workshop in premium, we are going to be talking about core as well, and core, how it relates to posture. So today's episode, when I talk about the body and I talk about flattening your stomach, that's going to relate to the workshop that we're doing in premium Thursday night at 8 p.m. This is going to relate to that workshop, because the topic today and the exercises and the function of the discussion for episode 445, I keep pointing over here, is going to relate directly to the benefits that you're going to get from doing the workshop, as in reducing, friction, reducing joint imbalances, improving posture, decreasing the risk of injury and pain and things like that. So it's all related. And so that's important to me. And the same thing is related, the same theme applies to the 90-day dash program, especially in premium. The whole language and the dynamic in premium relates here. It's just a smaller circle. It's a more focused group of people. And I encourage everyone to be a part of it. That's what I'm doing here. I encourage everyone to be a part of that, because I want everyone to want it. I want everyone to not just want to be better. I don't just want you to be better for my sake. I want you to be better for your sake, but I want you to want it. So a lot of this information is to get you to realize that you do want it. You just lost that feeling. You lost that connection with wanting it because of life. Because people don't make money off you really wanting it. Does that make sense? People don't make money off you really wanting it. Because if you really, really want it, you do your homework, you're passionate, you try to find out everything you possibly can. You don't stop until you get it. But if you kind of want it, then you're susceptible to all these, and this is going to tie into the episode today. If you kind of want it, or you say you want it, or you try to make yourself believe you want it because other people think that you should lose weight because you watch TV shows and you're like, oh, I should have abs, or I should lose weight, blah, blah, blah. Because of that, you're susceptible to getting scammed, right? You're susceptible to the fitness lies. And I always talk about lifting the veil and getting rid of the bullshit in society. You're susceptible to that if you don't truly, truly want it. So I'm trying to sift through people that really want it and people that say they want it. And I'm also trying to turn on the fire for those of you that say they want it, but I can, to get you to really want it yourself, maybe ignite that a little bit. So that's why some of my material comes off, harsh, because I'm trying to fucking shake you. I'm like, it's in there. You're a human being and you're here for a reason. There's so much fitness stuff you could look at right now. There's so many things in general. You could be watching cat videos right now. Instead you're watching the big cat, the goat, make some sick fucking gains live on camera. But there's so much stuff that you could be doing right now. Why are you here? You're here because something's bringing you. You just haven't turned that camera and you haven't turned those eyes back on you. You haven't turned those eyes back on yourself and realized that I truly want this. I really want it. You just have to ignite it. It's like you got the gasoline in there. I'm trying to throw the spark in there. What you're being sold and what you're being tricked into in the industry is that you can train and exercise and get rid of belly fat and get a flat stomach, right? That's what you're being told. And that's how you're being scammed. And you probably saw the video that I did, I think it was last week, where I talked about the bullshit programs, right? I talked about the bullshit programs and how it's a scam. There's those 30-day shreds, those 8-week shreds, like transform your body in 30 days or 8 weeks or whatever the fuck it is. You're being sold those things. You're being sold. And think about why the industry is so big. The industry is so big is because people buy things continuously. Well, if people are still buying programs and still buying supplements and still buying things, like they haven't gotten it yet. Like if you buy a car, right? If you buy a fancy car, if you buy a Ferrari, you have a Ferrari. You don't need to buy a new Ferrari every year. You're not buying a Ferrari every month. You're not, right? You're not buying a new fucking luxury car every month. You're not buying a luxury car every year. I mean, you could, but most people, they buy a car and they have it for a little while. especially even like a high-end car, you buy it because you're a connoisseur, but you buy something high quality and you keep it. You're not like doing different things all the time. So where does it stop? Where does it stop? And yes, I have my own program, and yes, I have my premium group, and yes, this is a community. This is a business. I mean, this is what I do for my life. But it's because I'm passionate about it. It's because I believe 1,000% in it. And I won't stop until I fucking overturn the fucking boat that is the shithole of this fitness industry. Like, it's crap. But you're being lied to, you're being sold. You're being told that you can train and you can just lose fat. You're being told that you can do exercise and then the fat around your stomach will just melt. Like, you'll just target that fucking area. You're being sold things on TV that you strap around your stomach that give you electrical fucking shocks to your stomach, and they tell you that it's going to reduce fat in that area. Holy fucking shit. That is snake oil at its finest. You think there used to be snake oil salesmen 150 years ago? You're watching snake oil salesmen all the time in your Facebook feed. You're watching snake oil salesmen all the time in your Instagram feed, on Instagram, like promoted videos. You're watching snake oil salesmen on TV every fucking day. You're getting snake oil all the time. It's just not called snake oil. It's called Get Lean in 30 Days, Transformation Program. Look and so-and-so, look how much they weighed, look how much they've lost, transformation pictures. You want a real transformation picture? It's not that extreme. Unless it's over the course of like 2, 3, 4 years. And yes, a lot of people have lost 150 pounds and people have had extreme weight loss, but not in these fucking time frames that they're pitching to you. So you're being sold. And why are you being sold? Because you want it. You're being sold because you want it. You can't sell someone something that doesn't want to buy something, that doesn't want a result, but you're being preyed on. You're being preyed on by people that know that it doesn't work. That's why it's prey. They're tricking you. They're baiting you. They're baiting you with special words. They're baiting you with results. They're baiting you with what you want. But they're baiting you, and what pisses me off is they're baiting you with these long-term, like, they don't explain, like, who wants to, like, what kind of a sales pitch is that? What kind of a sales pitch is, hey, do this program. It's gonna be a shitload of hard fucking work. It's great, but you're gonna have to do it every day. You're gonna have to focus. You're gonna have to do things that are uncomfortable to you. It's gonna hurt a lot, but it's not a bad type of hurt. It's a good type of hurt. And you're gonna do this for 180 days, maybe 9 months, a year before you lose that weight. You're gonna have to do trial and error with your food. Might have to cut calories, might have to drop the carbs, maybe up the fats a little bit. We'll discuss it along the way. You're gonna have to try things. It might fail after a couple months. We might have to tweak it, but it's gonna be arduous. You're gonna kind of fluctuate in weight. You're gonna wonder, man, maybe this wasn't a good decision. You're gonna wonder, how come it's not happening sooner? Blah, blah, blah. So sign up today. Who the fuck is gonna buy that? No one. No one's gonna buy that because it's just not appealing. It's not appealing. Hard work is not appealing. Who wants to be told, hey, if you get involved with this, it's gonna be a lot of hard work and you're gonna have a lot of struggles and it's going to be a challenge. You ready? A lot of people are like, no. The human mind doesn't want challenge. The human mind doesn't want, to climb up the steepest fucking mountain. The human mind and the body just wants to, like, man, if I can just push a button and get the answer, the magic pill. I fucking hate that phrase. The magic pill. The body would do it. I would love a magic pill. I mean, honestly, I would love a magic pill. Can you imagine? You take a pill and boom, you're yoked. That'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be unfulfilling, but you'd have what you want. The crazy thing is everyone wants, oh, I wish there was a magic pill. If you had a magic pill, you would take it and you'd be so fucking unsatisfied. You would be so unsatisfied. Can you imagine taking a pill and then just looking, boom, abs and arms and everything? You'd be so unsatisfied. The reason why we all enjoy this chase, the reason why we enjoy this journey, the reason why we are so fucking into it is because that feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of having something that most people won't have. The feeling of having something that most people won't get because they are not willing to put the fucking work in. And here's the thing. As we go further into this episode, I'm not a millionaire. I don't drive fancy cars. I don't care about that. Fancy watches, fancy clothes, right? You'll see people driving by, you know, loud exhaust, or Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Yeah, you know, it's all important what kind of car they drive, you know, how expensive their clothes are, the watch, where they go to dinner, you know, the memberships they have, you know, blah, 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 the trips that they go on. Yet when I walk down the street, people are looking at me. And this is not an ego thing, but they're looking at me and they want what I have. They want what I have because they want, wow, look at that guy's muscles. Wow, he's so big. Or, man, I wish I had biceps like that. Oh, man, I wish I had legs, you know, that big. I wish I had abs. And I know that because people tell me. I'm saying that literally because people come up and tell me, like, oh, man, I wish I was your size. Then put in the work. You know, no one it's like I'm walking down the street flaunting dollar bills like a freaking rapper, you know, boom, but it's in the form of muscles, it's in the form of health, it's in the form of fitness. And you can't inherit muscle. You can't buy muscle and abs. You can't buy results, you know? There's no shortcut. Like, it's endless amounts of hard work. And deep down, everyone knows it. They're not willing to put in the time. Like, it's just, you know, you can't go to the store and just be like, hey, I want some biceps. Hey, I want some, you know, my dad had big arms. You know, my dad had big arms and big biceps, and you know, I inherited it when he passed. You know, I got all his muscles. It doesn't work like that. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You're not going to have, you know, a body. So you're being sold things like spot reduced fat. You're being sold reduce fat around your core by shocking the fucking muscles with electricity, by doing these crunches. You know, you can't spot reduce fat. So how do you get a flat stomach? How do you get a flat stomach? First off, you work your ass off. You need to do global resistance training. You're not going to get a flat stomach by going endlessly on the treadmill, by walking 100 miles a day, by dropping carbs. You're not going to lose stomach fat. Can you see some progress here and there? Sure. But you're going to see water fluctuations. You're going to lose muscle mass. You're going to lose body fat in total. That's why you have a lot of people that lose weight. They're skinny, but they still have a pooch and a pouch around their stomach because of things like cortisol levels, like hormones that stay elevated. But you can't spot reduce fat. You cannot spot reduce fat. There is no evidence that shows when you do bicep curls, you burn bicep fat. When you do ab crunches, that you burn fat around your belly button. There's no study that shows, hey, if you have thigh fat and you do squats, you burn thigh fat. No, you build muscle, and that increase in muscle and that increase in metabolism and that increase in your body's need to maintain living tissue on a greater scale throughout the day, your body will take resources that are stored on the body everywhere. And when you sleep better, when you eat better, and when you rest better and you recover better, things like cortisol, which is a hormone that stores extra body fat, starts decreasing, and you're able to trim fat in those areas that cortisol tends to store body fat, which is around the thighs and around the stomach. These are the things that are important. That's how you flatten your stomach. You also flatten your stomach by doing corrective exercises that strengthen the muscles inside, not the six-pack, not the muscles on the outside, not the muscles that you see. Everyone wants a six-pack, whereas a six-pack is one of the most useless muscles, and I'm saying useless because I want to stress the fact that it's not the most important muscle to have a flat stomach. It's not the most important muscle to have a strong core. It's not the most important muscle to support your lower back. It's not the rectus abdominis. It's not the rectus abdominis. It's not the six-pack. It's the transverse abdominis. And if you haven't heard what the transverse abdominis is, you need to join my fucking premium group, and you need to join it last week, because the transverse abdominis is a natural muscle. Look it up, called the TVA. It's a natural belt around the body. So when you see a weightlifting belt, that is pretty much essentially what the transverse abdominis is. When you suck your stomach in, when you try to make your waist as skinny as possible and try to pull your belly button into your spine, that is what you're strengthening. You're actually contracting the transverse abdominis. By activating that muscle, by turning that muscle on, by contracting the transverse abdominis, you are compressing the visceral tissue, you're compressing the organs, you're creating pressure around the base of your lower back, you are pushing the spine backwards slightly with the compression, with the pressure, reducing the curvature of that extension of the lower back, reducing pressure, helping for people that have herniated discs, that have bulging discs, that have risk of that have pain from that, compensations from that. And then on the outside, because you're contracting your rectus or your transverse abdominis, your stomach looks flatter. So these are the things that are truthful. You can trim fat, but you still have to strengthen the core. Oh, you didn't know that the core is, a side note is a six-pack? That the most important muscles of the core are inside, the ones that no one fucking talks about? How romantic is that? Hey everyone, we're gonna work muscles that you've never seen. You're gonna be sucking your stomach in and doing strange movements. You're gonna have a flatter stomach. Let's get started. What the fuck is that? Who's gonna buy that over this? You always wanted six-pack abs. Now you can walk down the beach and girls are gonna drool and guys are gonna be jealous that they're not you, taking off your shirt and seeing several square-like muscle shapes all down the front of your stomach. Ever wanted that? Of course you did. Sign up for my 8-week shred program and get that six-pack you've always wanted today. For just 9 payments of $9.99, $99.95, you can get a six-pack. That's exactly what the fuck it is. That's an exaggeration. I don't even know if it's an exaggeration. I guarantee that's like an actual commercial. But that's what they're telling you. Because yes, I understand you want that. Why do we want abs? That's a whole psychological like evolution video. You can YouTube that. I'm sure it has to do with the abs. I'm sure seeing abdominal muscles has something to do with like human beings seeing power and strength, subconsciously when they see a person with, a strong stomach, like, wow, that person must be strong. But then like 200 years ago, if you were huge and fat and overweight, you were looked at as, as successful, because back when food wasn't prevalent, if you were overweight, that means you had money and you had a lot of food. That means you had excess. So portly and being overweight was like a success symbol, and people wanted to be overweight. They wish they could be overweight because they were fucking starving. They didn't have food. It really, you see how like things depend, how like society trends and what we want depends on so many other factors than just really what we truly want. Like, what do you truly want? Do you truly care if you have a heart? I don't know. I want to know. Drop it in the comments below, and I want you to be honest. I'm not asking you if you want abs. I'm not asking you if you want abs. I'm not asking you if you want a six-pack. I'm asking you if you truly want a six-pack. I'm not asking you if you think, oh, it'd be nice, or oh, that'd be cool. Do you really, really want more than anything? Because in this world, you need passion. You need passion. You need really intrinsic discipline in order to get some of these fucking things, because it's a challenge. It's hard to overcome. It's hard to do. It's hard to accomplish. You need to truly, truly want it. Like, do you want to look down and see blocky bump, like, and see abs? Like, is that something that's really, really important to you? Or is it important to you because throughout your entire life, it's been just like beaten into your head? I don't even know. I don't even know if you can actually just think that, because you're so ingrained, right? You're so ingrained that is a symbol of fitness, that it might be hard to separate that from what you truly want. Like, do you really need more than anything? Because if you do, then chances are you've been working in, diligently, like 110%. Like, if you're slacking at all, I don't think you really want it. If you're slacking, I don't think you really want it. I think a lot of you are trying to make yourself believe that you do, or tricking yourself into really wanting it, or saying that you really want it. I want real abs. I want, it's a symbol of health. I mean, there's, correlations with stomach fat and, and health concerns. But find out what you truly want. If you truly want results, if you truly want to grow, if you truly want to work together, if you truly want to get to the source of these things, if you truly want to build, if you want to develop, if you want to go through life and this journey, and you're going to appreciate that journey, if you're looking to appreciate the actual execution, the action that you have to do every day, the systems, and just going through and working out, you want to enjoy this life more, that's when premium, and that's when my groups and those smaller circles I talked about at the beginning, that's when those are a lot more applicable, because we are in it for the long haul. I'm in it for the long haul. You know, the Swolenormous community is in it for the long haul, and especially the premium community is in it for the long haul. So these concepts of core, these concepts of improving life, it's not built around, hey, these exercises are gonna help you get a six pack. No. In the workshop on Thursday, it is going to be, these exercises are going to reduce your risk of injury, improve your strength, improve your function, and it's going to improve your fucking life. That's what I'm about. That's what this is about. And believe it or not, if you take that approach and you hammer it out and you focus, you're very likely to get a six pack. You're very likely to get weight loss in the stomach and all over the body, because you're focusing on the different things that it takes on the daily consistency over and over again. And guess what that does in the long term? It gets you fucking results. So that's what I want for all of you. And I want you all to check the link in the description here to sign up for the premium workshop. There's only a little over 2 days left to sign up for the premium workshop on Thursday. It's going to be very interactive, and I want all of you in there. So make sure that you check that out. Make sure you sign up. And, you know, it's free to join, and it's going to be really an amazing workshop. I'm going to drop some serious nukes. I'm going to see if we can do it, if we can do it in a short time. I don't know if I can fit it all in an hour, but I'm not even going to time it. Like, we're going to get it done, and we're going to crush it, and it's going to be awesome. So it's going to be live Q&A, it's going to be interactive. And also, those of you that are maybe on the fence to join premium, you also get access right away when you sign up to all the previous workshops. So you get all the ones like the 5, 6, 7 that we've done already. So you can access those immediately, and all the exercise demos and the forums, and get to know the community and really get involved right away. So you don't have to wait until Thursday. You can, you know, start today and start watching all those other ones and get a lot of context for what we're doing right now. So it will help catch you up to speed. So it's actually the perfect day to start. So I'll see all of you in my premium group, link in the description, premium.swolenormous.com if you are listening on SoundCloud or iTunes. Love you all. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 445 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And like I said, if you don't have a tablet, you need to get one, because I don't fit on the screen anymore. Making those sick fucking gains legit. I'll see everyone tomorrow and every day live at 12 noon Eastern time here on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Again, premium webinar on Thursday. Link is in the description. Sign up today, and I'll see everyone tomorrow for 446. Peace, peace, peace.